Some criminals in Haltom City picked the wrong target. Police tell us they tried to carjack a man who was warming up his car. Turns out that man was a police officer. He's a Haltom City detective. Fox 4's Phil Alvarado is in Haltom City. That's where it all happened, Phil.
Hey, Steve, well, police tell us that every time the weather gets cold, people go outside to warm up their cars, but then they go back in. Well, there are thieves that are waiting for that opportunity. They get in it and take your car. Now, we have dash cam video that shows that early this morning before dawn, two suspected thieves got a very rude awakening.
Haltom City Detective Tony Miller was sitting in his unmarked police car, warming it up on a cold, frosty morning. Someone tried to steal his car while he was in it. One of the suspects ended up in a police chase before he crashed into the side of a liquor store. He went to the hospital, then to jail.
They first got my attention when they came up a dead-end street very slow. And as they pulled up to the dead end and turned around, they came back and actually parked next to my vehicle, facing the opposite direction.
Miller knew something was wrong, so he drew his service weapon and was ready.
I see the passenger get out. He walks up to my vehicle. He stands here at the door and tries to wipe off the frost. That didn't work. Then he reaches in and undoes the door.
These thieves have realized that people are starting their cars, going inside, doing what they have to do, letting the car warm up, and so they realize they're not going to be there, most of them.
As an officer, Miller knew not to leave his running car unattended when the suspect walked up to his car and opened the door.
I'm getting out of the vehicle at the same time. I say, "Police, show me your hands." And he, of course, very startled, a shocking look on his face, turned around and started running.
Miller chased the man on foot but quickly returned to his car. He called for backup and patrol units got in the chase. Police say most of these cold weather car thefts don't end up this dramatically, unless the thieves pick on a police officer and see his gun drawn.
When the door opened, the light came on. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
And this is one case where the cold worked against the suspected thieves, could not see that somebody was in there, much less that they were armed. Now, Haltom City Police say that, already this cold weather season, they've seen several of these thefts occur, and other police departments report the same thing. Steve?
Okay, so Phil, you said one of the suspects tried to get away. How did that eventually play out?
Well, one of the suspects, the guy who came to the door, he actually escaped on foot. They're still looking for him. But here's what happened. The police officer got in his car and he crisscrossed the neighborhood, and it just so happened that the suspect in the vehicle that stayed in the car crossed in front of him. Well, he followed behind him. The guy didn't know that it was the same car that they just tried to steal, much less that the guy behind him was a police officer. And while he was following behind, he just simply called for patrol units who came in behind, and then you see the chase. What happened next?
Yeah, he figured it out pretty quickly when he sticks his hand out the window. He knew what was up. All right, Phil Alvarado live. Thank you very much.